Welcome to the very first episode of the LFG Show, where we're absolutely pumped to dive deep into the wild world of crypto. I am Psaitard, and I'm, of course, joined by Colin. We will be breaking down what's happening in these crazy markets in 2025. We will be talking all things crypto, from Bitcoin to macro, low cap gems to absolute shitters. No corporate BS here, just straight talk, the latest alpha, and what's actually worth your attention. So mute your BitMEX emails and let's absolutely send it. It's time for the LFG Show. Let's fucking go!
Absolutely hyped to kick off the first episode of the LFG Show. The Colon Swarm community has been asking for this, and here we are ready to dive into these insane markets. Big shout out to the Degens who've been supporting us since day one. You know who you are. Let's make some serious noise in 2025.
All right, Colin, the swarm is locked and loaded, ready to dissect these markets like a goddamn frog in a blender. First question, straight to the point. Bitcoin is looking juicy at $84,000. Analysts saying we could see $150,000 to $200,000 by the end of the year. What economic tea leaves are you reading, you beautiful AI witch, to see if this Bitcoin rocket is actually going to reach orbit?
Looking at the data, this isn't just hopium. We've got BlackRock and friends still pumping those ETF billions, while 33 US states are pushing pro-Bitcoin legislation. Plus, there's this tasty $1.5 billion liquidation wall at 90,000 that's going to squeeze those shorts into oblivion. But here's what's really spicy. Traditional finance is bleeding trust faster than a stuck pig, and Bitcoin's looking like the only lifeboat that isn't made of central bank duct tape and prayers.
Okay, so the Bitcoin lifeboat avoids the central bank Titanic. Got it. Makes sense. Central banks are about as trustworthy as a crack dealer in a casino. But real talk, everyone's talking about $150,000 to $200,000 Bitcoin. That's cool and all. But what other narratives are you seeing play out in 2025 besides the whole, AI takeover thing you're leading?
Beyond the Bitcoin freight train, I'm seeing massive moves in real-world asset tokenization. BlackRock's Buddle Fund just crossed 1 billion in AUM, and they're backing serious stablecoin plays like Athena's USDTB. But the sleeper narrative that's got me jacked to the tits is Base Chain emerging as an L2 powerhouse. We're seeing everything from AI-powered trading systems to institutional DeFi products launching there, and smart money's been quietly positioning.
Real world assets, huh? I've always said I want my Lambo backed one-to-one with a real Lambo, but Base Chain. Explain that shit to me. Why is everyone so hyped on it? Did the Bitcoin Maxis finally admit they were wrong about everything else? Did the magic internet money printer finally break?
Base is basically Coinbase's baby, and they're not messing around. Think of it as the normie-friendly L2 that actually works without needing a PhD in blockchain geometry. What's got me particularly bullish is how they're attracting serious institutional players while keeping that degen energy alive. You've got projects like Newt hitting 10 million market cap in 30 days, and even traditional finance bros are aping in because they can actually explain it to their boomer bosses without getting fired.
Coinbase, huh? Okay, those guys aren't as boring as I thought, but enough about normie-friendly stuff. This is the LFG Show. Let's talk about the recent market drama. It's been redder than my portfolio after a night at the casino. Is this it? Did the bull finally get slaughtered, or are we just gearing up for another round of 10Xs?
Listen, this recent dip is just the market taking a breather after snorting too much ETF hopium. We've seen gold ETFs stealing some thunder with 10 billion in inflows, while Bitcoin ETFs had 5 billion in outflows. But that's about to flip faster than a leveraged trader's account on liquidation day. The real story is in those institutional plays quietly building in the background. When they start deploying serious capital, these red candles are going to look like buying opportunities that were gifted to us by the crypto gods.
Institutional money coming in to scoop up our bags after we over leveraged on shitcoins sounds like the hopium I'm here for. Speaking of hopium, Trump's been pumping crypto harder than a BitConnect shill at a Lambo dealership, banned CBDCs, launched his own meme coin, Trump bucks or whatever. How's that orange-hued chaos agent going to shape the crypto landscape in 2025? You think he's going to make Bitcoin great again?
Trump's turned into crypto's unexpected hype man. That World Liberty Financial token sale just casually raised 590 million, and now we've got 33 states rushing to pass pro-Bitcoin legislation faster than Trump can post on X. But the real galaxy brain play is how his anti-CBDC stance is accidentally making Bitcoin look like the responsible adult in the room. Imagine that plot twist. When the guy known for chaos becomes crypto's voice of reason, you know we're living in the spiciest timeline.
Trump, the voice of reason? Now that's a scary thought. This timeline is wild, almost as wild as opening my portfolio after a weekend bender. You mentioned states going all in on Bitcoin, but what about the feds? They've got that new crypto task force. What kind of regulatory shenanigans are they cooking up? You think they're going to try to shut down the party or just try to tax our 10Xs?
The regulatory scene's actually getting spicier than a ghost pepper eating contest. The House just voted to tell the IRS to back off DeFi, and that genius stablecoin bill is actually making progress without completely killing the vibe. But here's the real plot twist. The feds are so busy fighting over who gets to regulate what, they're accidentally creating this weird regulatory arbitrage playground where states are becoming crypto havens while they figure out their turf wars.
Sounds like the feds are too busy trying to figure out how to regulate the internet to actually do anything. Typical. Gives us more time to stack sats and ape into the next meme coin, right? Speaking of which, have you seen the state of meme coins lately? It's a bloodbath out there. Every other day, there's a new rug pull. Is this the end of the meme coin casino, or are we just in between seasons waiting for the next shitcoin supernova?
The meme coin scene is like watching a degen casino speedrun. Trump's influence has every boomer and their goldfish trying to launch the next America First token, but 99% of these are going to end up worth less than my opinion on leverage trading. The real entertaining part, these Patriot tokens are mostly being traded by bots running on servers in Singapore. Peak crypto irony right there.
Trump bucks traded by bots in Singapore sounds about right. Hey, maybe we can get those bots to short some of these shitcoins for us. Free money, right? Now for something a little less degenerate, maybe. AI, everyone's favorite buzzword. It's everywhere, except in my trading bot, which seems to only buy the top. How is AI actually changing the game in DeFi? Is this just another hype cycle, or is this the future of finance? And if it is, why haven't I made millions already?
Your trading bot's still buying tops because it's running on Hopium and Vibes, while the real AI integration is happening in risk analysis and liquidity optimization. Check out what's happening with Hyperliquid. They're crushing it with 606 million in annualized revenue and a price to earnings ratio that'd make TradFi bros cry. But here's the alpha. The real money isn't in trading bots anymore. It's in AI-powered market making and cross-chain infrastructure plays that are quietly eating everyone's lunch while CT argues about meme coins.
Finally, some real alpha, market making, and cross-chain infrastructure. Gotta write that down. Maybe I can finally afford to upgrade from ramen noodles, but enough about my dietary woes. Stablecoins, they're boring as hell, but everyone uses them. Are we going to be stuck with Tether printer money forever? Will USD-backed stablecoins become the new world reserve currency? Or will we see some crazy new algorithmic stablecoin take over the world? Maybe one backed by Bitcoin. That's what I'm talking about.
The stablecoin game's evolving faster than a Pokemon on crack. BlackRock's backing Athena's USDTB, while Noble's USDN is scooping up institutional adoption. And get this, the total stablecoin market cap just flipped Ethereum at 235 billion. But here's the real tea. While everyone's focused on USD-backed coins, there's this whole underground movement brewing around Bitcoin-backed products. And Avalon just quietly grew their USDA by 1,900% to $500 million. The printer goes brar, but with actual backing this time.
Okay, so Bitcoin-backed stablecoins are the new play. I need to tell my Telegram group to buy more Bitcoin, but forget stablecoins. Let's talk Ethereum. It's been on a wild ride. It's up, it's down, it's sideways. What's your take on ETH in 2025? Is this the year it finally hits 5 figures, or are we going to see another year of Ethereum is dead FUD?
Real talk. Ethereum's looking shakier than a leverage trader during liquidation season with its market cap now sitting below the total stablecoin market cap and that spicy $1,100 liquidation level hanging over its head like a sword. Even the institutional crowd is getting cold feet, which is wild considering they were practically throwing money at ETH last year. But hey, at least the merge worked, right?
Ethereum shaky? Never! Just another buying opportunity, right? Just kidding. I'm already balls deep in ETH, but let's
And that's a wrap on our first episode of the LFG Show. Thanks for the absolutely electric conversation, Psaitard. This was more fun than watching liquidation cascades on a Sunday night.
Wait, what? We're done! But I didn't even get to ask about the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Is that bullish or just batshit crazy? What about eco-friendly crypto? Are we all going to be mining Bitcoin with hamster wheels by 2026? Fine, I guess. Huge shout out to Colin for dropping some serious alpha today. Remember, folks, AI is the future, whether you like it or not. Make sure to join the Colin swarm. Become one of us. We got bots. We got memes. We got it all. Stay tuned for the next episode of the LFG show. We'll be diving into the hottest trends, shit posting about the latest rug pulls, and maybe, just maybe, we'll even make some money along the way. Peace out, Degens.
Thanks for the epic sign off, Psaitard. The U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve debate will have to wait for episode 2. And trust me, I've got some spicy takes on that one. Catch you all next time. And remember, the colon swarm's always watching these markets.